Okay, so today I'm going to tell you about sociopaths and psychopaths, and I'm going to compare them and see if there are any differences, because generally they're considered the same, but they're interchangeable sometimes when people speak of them because of all the similarities that they have or can have. So, what are they? Sociopaths are, their behavior is formed by the environment around them, whether it be by home abuse, their religion, like say they get caught in a cult or something like that at a young age. They can be, the things that happen can intercede on their development processes for their brain. So they don't learn certain skills that they need and personality types that they need as a human being. And if they don't get them in time, then it kind of messes them up really badly, so they can't form the emotional bonds and such. Yeah, they can't win, change the rules. If you can't change the rules, then you ignore them. Called out, then lie, blame, cheat, and roll on the floor wailing. That's pretty much what they'll do all the time. If they will do anything to make things go their way. Now, psychopaths, on the other hand, and these technically, honestly, can be a lot more dangerous. A person with a psychopath personality, which manifests as an immoral and antisocial behavior, lack of ability to love or establish meaningful personal relationships, extreme egocentricity, and the fact that they don't ever learn from their mistakes. So, they will keep doing what they're doing. They're habitual. They won't stop, ever. The differences, however, psychopathy, they have impulse controls. They don't know right from wrong. So, no matter what, they will do what they want. They don't distinguish between morally correct or morally incorrect behaviors. Sociopathy, however, due to a brain injury or belief system, or being brought in a wrong way, like I said before, they generally, however, have a normal temperament. They're not impulsive. They have no like outward showings usually, and they usually have extremely high or low intelligence because of the way they're brought up, or brain injury, belief systems, what they learn. So they don't really like goodness. I forgot what I was doing. Yeah. Lower high intelligence, and they basically, you can't really blame the sociopath for the most part for what happened to them. I mean, you can blame them for what they do, but not why they became the way they became, because it comes like a storm usually. They have no control over it. They're stuck there in what happens to them, because usually when it happens, they're like young. And that's why we have social services and things like that, to protect people from things like that happening. The similarities, however, are pretty basic, like on the surface level. This is why people consider them to be the same, because they don't show empathy, either of them, which is mainly outwards, and that's what people notice. They can be quite, so see, 6, 9, they don't like they don't understand other people at all. They see things differently. They can both be quite capable of violence if given the chance. Generally, I would think because of the sociopaths that it's because of what happened to them earlier on in life. So, and it doesn't have to be a criminal. They could be a policeman for all we knew. But I would assume they have psychiatric tests for that. But things happen. And then they can both hold normal relationships, but for sociopaths, they can empathize with people they've interacted with more. So the more they get to know someone, the more they can understand them, almost like they're getting to know themselves, kind of. Like, it takes a while for them to actually see a person as a person and not an object, basically. Psychopaths, however, they don't see people as much more than objects and things to be used like tools. So if you're in a relationship with a psychopath, like be it a friend or deeper relationship, they pretty much aren't there for love because they aren't capable of that feeling. So, yeah. Little friends, now, there are outward signs and they can be treated, but they can't be cured because of what happened to them. At least this is what studies have shown for the most part. It could be wrong, but there has been no cure found yet to date that has sincerely worked across the board through multiple studies. Signs begin to surface around the age of 15. Like, it can happen to, like for sociopaths, it can happen earlier on. With psychopaths, it's hereditary. And they usually all happen around the age of 15, the outward signs, because that's when you're developing as a human being finally and becoming yourself, and they're becoming themselves. They find ways through animal abuse. They don't show reactions to others when they do something outraged, when someone else makes like an outraged face or something like that. They don't like, they're just like, whatever, they don't understand. They can be treated and managed by drugs and therapy, but like I said, there is no cure. They can't like, there's no magical like fix for what's happened to them. So it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Drugs, therapy, good examples. So yeah, and pretty much if you want to like, psychopaths, you don't want to meet them. Sociopaths, they can be okay, I guess, if you like, if they are under control of themselves, I would say, because they're generally opportunistic, so they wouldn't like hurt you if they didn't have a chance, which is why our society's great, because everyone's being watched all the time to prevent things like that from happening. Not that that's great either, because people who aren't sociopaths and psychopaths are uncomfortable being watched all the time. So yeah, that's my presentation for today. Hope you all liked it. Hope you all learned